Familia, I appreciate you being here with me still. You could say that we've reached the end of, well, never mind the title. Cause this is life and it's still being written. And if you think about it, there is no end, just chapters and intersections. I'm at the intersection, somewhere between earth and heaven, birth and death and resurrection. Looking back on a map of my life, reflecting and rapping my introspection. The curses and stress and learning of lessons, losing direction. The pain and depression's what made me mix music and message. And it took so much to get it.
I swear. So on the other program I use, I'm totally revamping everything, and I created intros, outros, and I'm really trying to stick with one system. And so I was sitting here because the other one I used to use actually did this countdown. And so I was all waiting for the 3, 2, 1, and nothing happened. And so I was just sitting here. Anyway, hey guys, Gina Butson, Going Beyond Real Estate. I actually didn't plan on recording anything today. I was actually focusing on locking down my process for recording these and trying to streamline it so I literally have to just drop the new video in and make it easier. And I'm hoping one of my goals, Happy New Year, everybody. One of my goals for this year is to do these more and be more consistent. I know I fell off for a while, and now trying to get back into it. I actually was messing with my YouTube channel, and yeah, let's just say that channel needs to rest in peace, and I will pray for it. But and I wish you'd do the same, because I have created a new YouTube channel, and I have started editing all the videos from episode 1, and I believe there was like 10 or 12. So I'm actually going through, and I have to remove Real Estate Remix because of the cease and desist. So the logo, the actual name of the channel, like all that, which I changed it already, but I was really struggling with, gosh, what was I struggling with? I was really struggling with all the editing that I have to do, and I just wasn't in the right mindset. It takes a lot. So yesterday, I think I started working on the channel. Gosh, it might have been 11 a.m., maybe 12. I'll be real generous and just say 12. And then I was editing until Kelly got after me. It was probably like 11:30. So when I say Kelly got after me, it's Kelly walking by saying, "Baby, you need to go to sleep. It's late. Do you know what time it is?" And I was like, "I'm in the middle of something." So thank you, baby, because she does care and didn't want me. I mean, obviously I was working freaking 11 hours or whatever, trying to just get this thing going. And I think a lot of my family, a lot of my friends, everyone was saying they really miss these, and, were they coming back? I always say they're coming back, but they don't. And this time around, first of all, I spent all day yesterday. It better not be for nothing. How about that, Gina? So, oh gosh, I start getting a sty, and it hurts. And now I'm rubbing this one. I'm probably going to get one on both. Oh gosh. Whatever. Lame. That was another reason. I actually planned on recording yesterday, and when my eye started swelling up really bad, I was like, well, I can't record now because I'm getting a sty. And then today I was like, this sucks. I really wanted to record. I started watching Young and the Restless. And then I was like, okay, Gina, really? You're not going to record because you're getting a sty. That's just some bullshit. And you made a commitment to yourself. Like, one of my New Year's resolutions was this channel and, getting these out and being consistent. Practice what you preach, girl. And, just do it. And so, I've had, oh gosh, there has been so much going on with transactions in my life. Thank you, Preferred Rate, for sponsoring. I don't know if you guys can see it because my microphone is right where, and everything's reversed. I always feel so stupid. I go the wrong way. Preferred Rate, Rob O'Malley. I was actually in his office, and me and Brandon were having a consultation with a buyer, and it was so hot. And I was in, gosh, I think I had a hoodie. I may have been in a suit, and sometimes I wear this white hoodie under a suit jacket. And I mean, I was dying in their conference room, and I was like, "Rob, do you happen to have a polo shirt laying around?" And he's so cute. He's like, "Hey, I got some outside." And he went out to his car. I think he drives a truck because I want to say, I think I have some in the truck. And he went running outside. He came back and he was all excited and he gave me a shirt. He's just a great guy. So let's get back on track. Getting this thing rolled out, I was a little bit sad that I have to let all the followers go. And I was up to 160 on my previous channel. And that was huge. It was hard. It was such a milestone to get the first 100. And once you get, if I keep doing that, it's because my eyes are burning. It was such a milestone. And I really hope I can get 100 quick on this new one, because you can't actually brand your YouTube channel prior to having 100 followers. So I won't be able to change the name. I'm going to have some lame YouTube XYZ1234 blah, 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 stupid name that nobody will ever know to follow. And so getting that first 100's key. So like, I was already texting my mom this morning and I was like, I'll tell you when to share it. And hopefully I have easily 100 cousins that could like and follow just to get me so I can brand this channel. I really need your guys' support. I don't sit on here asking for much. I do this channel to get this information out. I would like to switch up the format, which I'm working on, but I want to do a little bit of helping and kind of like coaching. I would love to get into coaching newer agents. I had one of my friends from elementary school, Juan Diego Hurtado. Hey, Juan. And he actually reached out with just some questions on, what it's like to be an agent and, just a little bit more information. If anyone's going to keep it real, it's going to be me. If anyone is going to tell you the truth, it's me. I posted that video. I have a new listing, 1876 Santa Fe, and I was outside. The house was getting cleaned. I told them I'd cut the hedges out front, and I did cut the hedges, and the cleaning crew came up and cleaned the front yard, cleaned the whole, so they have artificial turf out front, and they were able to clean that off. I mean, the house looked phenomenal. And so I did a quick video and I was like, breaking all stereotypes of what a top producing agent looks like. And in every joke, there is some truth. And I know I've said this, I'm going to have to go back and watch all my previous recordings and episodes because I want to make sure I'm not being repetitive or, I mean, of course it's okay to go back and repeat something like something helpful. I think this is a quote that I really, really like. And I like it for many reasons because some people joke and you're being a jerk and you're just digging at me. Or some people say a joke, it's really funny. Like there's some truth to it, just like a bad review. Okay, some bad reviews, of course, they're going to be completely ridiculous, but there is some truth there. And so with this, I think that with that saying, it's just, it's so true. And so there is truth to it. I said what a top producing agent looks like, but I do feel that if you didn't know me, you may misjudge, or you may make the biggest decision of your life and have some loser sell your house. No, there's some truth every time you joke, right, guys? And so I think that I want to break that stereotype. I want people to look up my YouTube channel, tune in. I'm going to do these. I used to roll these out on a podcast and you could listen to them on Apple, and they were on all the major platforms. I'm going to start doing that again because I think there is some of my friends that drive far to work and commute. I know my cousin Lalo did, and he would listen to it while he was driving. So I think I'm going to start doing that again too. I'm telling you, you guys, I've really, really been thinking about this channel and how can I make it better, and how can I get back on track, and how can I record these and help people see that I'm experienced, and I have 20 years in this industry. Everything that I've done, underwriting, scenario desk, realtor, agent, broker, associate, I just keep it moving, right? You look away, or the next thing you know, Gina's posting on Facebook, this and this and that. And I really want to put myself out there. And I think it's a very vulnerable place to put yourself in front of everybody. And, I always say, oh, this is raw and uncut, or, keeping it real. I think if you went back to any of my previous 52 transactions in the last 3 years, some all of my clients would have something nice to say about me, whether it was something that I did that I went above and beyond, if it was how I treated them, how compassionate I was, how, just I'm a professional. And bottom line, I'm here to sell your house and make sure that you just have the best experience. And that is why I do what I do, without sounding so sales pitchy and, oh, here's my tagline. But the truth is, I treat everybody's home when I'm selling it as if it was my own. I walk through it. If something needs to be done, I do it. I was just, okay, the joke post that I did on Facebook, I was like, hey, here's what a top producing agent looks like. And then the hedge is behind me, and there's this one like leaf sticking up, and I was like, oh, I missed that spot. And I was like, crap. But that was real. I really missed that spot. So I went back and I cut it. And this is what I'm talking about. I cut it. Why? Because it was the right thing to do. No, this family, first of all, this family's super cute. Anytime someone, sitting with this client and going over what he needed for his family and what made sense to them. And, and that was a meeting when I was at Brandon sweating and dying. And this is when I got the shirt. And we sat and talked, and I told him, if this doesn't make sense, I'm going to tell you. If you shouldn't sell your home and we can't get enough equity, this may not be the move for you and your family. And so that was just so important to me. I'm not just going to sell your house for the sale. And walking through their house, there's things that buyers are going to be more aware of. And that's why the cleaners, we focused on windows. It was windows, floors, bathrooms, and the front yard, make it presentable. It looked great. And so that is what our focus was. Uh, there's whenever I walk a home, either I notice things on my own and I won't say anything up front in the beginning because that's not what we're focusing on. So for and this is not I'm not being gender specific. However, it does generally that the husband, in a conversation, if I start sitting there and we're talking numbers and the sale of their house and I start saying, it would really help if you painted the baseboards and there I saw a few holes, I just lost him. I lost him because he's going to start focusing on, okay, when does he have time to fix that? When can he get the paint? He's off next week. I've just talked about crucial, important details in the transaction, and he's painting baseboards in his head. There's a right time and there's a wrong time to go over things like that. And I was telling my new clients, I said, it blows my mind some agents do not sit with their clients and go over the purchase contract and go over the disclosures line for line and explain what everything means. And he actually mentioned the purchase of the home that they were in. He had no idea it was in an HOA. If he would have known it was in an HOA, he would have possibly not bought the house and rethought about, purchasing that specific property. And I said, let me guess. Your agent just sent you DocuSigns and you went through your phone and you were just hitting click, 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 sign, 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 sign. So you probably missed it. Now, am I blaming the client for that? Absolutely not. I am. Okay. It's kind of not fair for me to blame the agent solely 100%. However, we know, or we're supposed to know, how to explain the contract terms, everything, right? Maybe they just weren't that comfortable and couldn't answer questions. And so let me just send you this DocuSign and fingers crossed you just sign it and I don't have to explain anything to you. That's a pretty crappy deal. And so when I sit with someone and start going over things and, I show up with my CMA, estimated net proceeds sheet, going over a timeline, going over the process, what it looks like, expectations, what do I think the house is going to sell for? And, all these different things come into play. I am going to go over everything with you. And this is exactly why I became an agent, because I'm going to go over everything with you. The more you understand as a client and the more things are explained to you, the less fear that is the mail just got here. The more you understand, and that takes away the power from fear, because with fear, then fear just keeps getting more power, more power. You're freaking out. You start to tailspin. You don't understand what's happening. What do you mean a HOA? What do you mean, this, that? We're going to cover all that. And so it is very important. We are not all the same. And I say that a lot because we are not. I think in the post I did on Facebook, I even said in the little where you type, I had said, I didn't just pass a test to make money. That is real. A lot of agents see when the market's really good, which right now it's not. But those of us who look, I'm so excited about this. Those of us who are passionate about this and have been doing this a very long time, we're busy. We're still our database, our friends, our family, everyone. I have 3 pending right now, right? That is more, and I'm not saying this to sound arrogant. I'm not saying this to be a jerk or rub this in anyone's face. That is more than some agents did all of 2023. because it was a tough market and new agents didn't know how to navigate. Newer agents haven't been doing this long enough to understand and to even see when the market started to shift. They didn't know how to pivot. Man, I've been pivoting, dancing, spinning around. And that's experience. That's going over the documents. That's explaining and not just sending a DocuSign. I send an email with an explanation and with the document attached, because DocuSign likes to just jump around and show you where you need to sign. You're already going to get the hard copy just sent that you can page through, and you're going to get a DocuSign, the identical document that now you can click if you want. And that is why I'm different. And that's what makes me better. And that's why Going Beyond is the name of this station, channel, podcast, whatever the hell you want to call it. That is why it is Going Beyond, because that is what I do. That is who I am, and that is who I will always be. Do the right thing, take care of your client, get it done, close it, and offer them the best experience they could possibly have. Yes, wrenches are going to be thrown. Yes, landmines sometimes cannot be avoided. But when you have the experience and you know how to navigate and you can pivot like nobody's business, come on, guys. All day long, Gina Butson, Going Beyond Real Estate. How about that? All right, you guys, subscribe. I'm going to keep this one a little bit short. Actually, it's not. That's 20 minutes. Right on. Go ahead and subscribe. Pass this on. Share it. Tell your mama. Tell your daddy. Tell your siblings. My email's blowing up. My clients are calling me. I got to go. Bye, guys. Take care. Love you. Happy New Year. Later.
Gina. I like Gina.
You like Gina?
Yeah. Gina, name Gina. I want Gina Bird.
Familia, I appreciate you being here with me still. You could say that we've reached the end of, well, never mind the title. Cause this is life and it's still being written. If you think about it, there is no end, just chapters and intersections. I'm at the intersection, somewhere between earth and heaven, birth and death and resurrection. Looking back on the map of my life, reflecting and rapping my introspection. The curses and stress and learning of lessons, losing direction. The pain and depression's what made me mix music and message. And it took so much to get here, but now the view is majestic. I guess these many grays then gave me perspective. I've seen it sometimes right behind the grief is hiding the blessings. And other times it is what it is and the globe still spins. We cry those tears and dry